Good morning, third graders. This video is for Wednesday, April 15th. Today's lesson is lesson 10, and you will begin working with text features. Right now, if you do not have your reading packet in front of you, please pause the video and go get a pencil and your reading packet for week 4. So in this lesson today, we're going to learn how to use text features and search tools in an article. So the target for today and tomorrow is that by using special text features and search tools, you can find important information quickly and easily. When you go into the store, you use signs and labels to help you find what you need. It's the same way when you're reading a text. Text features are similar to those signs and labels. They are special parts of the text that help you locate the facts and the details you're looking for. Text features include headings, keywords that are shown in bold print, and boxed information called sidebars. Digital text or text on a computer or text on a phone that you read online have search tools and hyperlinks. These text features let you access more information by clicking on the link. So when we talk about a link, let's say for instance, Miss Lee sends you or your parents a message that looks like this on Remind, or Miss Gardner might send you one. This that's highlighted is called a link. So this morning, I sent you Tuesday's lesson for reading because I got a few days behind since we didn't have the NTI work to you until Tuesday. So if I click on this link, what we call a link or a hyperlink, it'll take you directly to the YouTube video that we've sent for you to watch. So I don't want to watch that right now, but I did just want to show you how a hyperlink works. That's a text feature inside digital format. So let's go back to our text for today, which is just paper text. And we're going to learn how to work with that and how to use all of the text features to help you. So right now, let's take a look at headings. So I'm going to use the highlight tool. Let me find the highlight tool. Let's see. We'll just go with this. I'll make it a little bit thicker and transparent. Okay. So headings, I'm going to make all of the headings yellow. So a heading is the headings are parts of a text that tell you what you're fixing to read about. So let's see. This where it says a fish out of water, that is a heading. Guess what we're fixing to read about? The heading helps us. We're going to read about a fish that can live outside of the water. The next heading here in yellow it says a fish underground. That helps us to know that in that section we're probably going to learn about a fish that lives under the ground. So headings are very helpful with your comprehension if you pay close attention to those. So I'm going to change the color here and let's talk about keywords. Keywords are shown with bold print. That means they're very, very dark black, darker black than the other words. So the only keyword that I see in this article is estivation. I'm going to highlight that in green to show the keyword. The next type of text feature we're going to talk about is a sidebar. So a box of information is called a sidebar. So I'm going to highlight the sidebar in this article in blue. This whole part right here is called a sidebar, and it gives you just information about the topic. Let's see. Okay, those are the three that we're going to focus on in this this assignment today. So headings, keywords, and sidebars. So let's take a look at this article. Long live the lungfish. If you had to be a fish, you might want to be a lungfish. Why? Because the lungfish can do some amazing things that most other fish cannot. Here's a photograph here, and I'm going to just go ahead and inference or make a good guess that this type of fish is a lungfish. The next heading is called a fish out of water. The lungfish can breathe air. If its lake or river dries up, the lungfish drags itself over land until it finds water in which to live. So it pretty much crawls across the mud or the dirt until it finds more water. The next heading says, a fish underground. If the lungfish can't find water to live in, it digs a hole in the ground and sleeps there until the water returns. This type of sleep is called estivation. So, just like the past 2 days we've been learning about context clues, I can tell from the context clues that estivation means sleeping for a long period of time. Sleeping underground would help me to understand what the word estivation means. So let's read the sidebar. Fun facts. Lungfish live in South America, Australia, and Africa. Lungfish can live for more than 80 years. Lungfish have been around since before the dinosaurs. So let's go to the think portion of our assignment for today. It says to look at the article on lungfish and then look at the features listed below. Write each feature where it belongs in the first column of the chart. So yesterday Miss Lee had a terrible time trying to use the writing feature on this app. So I'm gonna use the text. Just type it in for you. So you need to do this along with me. That's why it's important that you have your packet, your NTI reading packet with you and a pencil, because you should be doing this with me. So it says, tells what the whole passage is about. Okay, well, we have the choices sidebar, title, keyword, or heading. The whole passage, that means this whole thing. It tells me what this whole thing is about. Well, we all should know that that would be the title, Long Live the Lungfish. We're going to be reading about the lungfish in this article. So we're going to go ahead and write in this box right here, title. And we can mark out the word title because we used it. So next, shows what part of the passage is about. What part of the passage. So not the whole passage, but a part of the passage. Or if you were talking with Miss Gardner, she would say a fraction of the passage, which just means a part of it. And I know you all are learning about fractions right now in math, so that's a good connection. So a fraction, or just a part of the passage, that would be, what is this called? Does anyone remember what this is called? These two things right here that I highlighted in yellow. Let's go back up and look. Oh, there it is. Headings. Those are headings. So we can go ahead and type in the word headings in this box, and we can mark out the word heading. Okay, so the next section says, it calls attention to an important word that you should pay attention to. So let's go back up here and look. Which one of these is a word that you should pay attention to? There it is. And what was this called? Go ahead and tell someone next to you. Yes, it says estivation, but what type of text feature is it? Oh, did you say a keyword? You are correct. So we should go down here and type in the word keyword. And we can mark that out. Whoops, here we go. There we go. And the last box says it gives more information related to the main article. Well, we only have one option left. Let's go see if we are correct if we choose the word sidebar. Gives us more information. Oh, boxed information is called, say it, sidebars. Remember we said this is the sidebar for the article, Long Live the Lungfish. So I think we are correct. We're going to go down here and write the word sidebar in the fourth box. And we can mark that out because we used it. Excellent job. Then it says to talk. This academic talk box below lists several text features. Which feature would you use to preview an article to get a feeling for what it is all about? What would each feature tell you? Okay, so first off, let's answer the first part of the question. It says which feature would help which feature would you use to preview an article to get a feeling of what the whole article is about?
You should have took them out a long time ago.
So I know that if I look at all of the headings before reading an article, it helps me to understand what I'm fixing to learn about or what the article is all about. Miss Lee does that all the time when she's reading. Before I start reading a book or an article, I read all of the headings first, and that way, as I'm reading, I already know what I'm reading about. The next passage you'll be reading is called Brr, Polar Bears in the Arctic. Now, you are going to read this by yourself. Remember to look for all the different types of text features. One good thing that you could do is go ahead and read those, all these headings before you start reading the whole passage because it will help you understand what you're going to read. You can also go ahead and read what's called the sidebar. It will definitely help you get a better understanding of what you're reading. And don't forget those close reader habits. It says that you should find and circle the text features in the passage. How do they help you as you read? Go ahead and pause your video and read the article, Brr, Polar Bears in the Arctic. After you finish reading the passage, it wants you to use this chart to write examples from the article and tell how they are used in the article. Be as specific as you can. So it gives you an example. The title, an example from the article would be the title, Brr, Polar Bears in the Arctic. What it does in the article. The title shows you what the article will all be about polar bears and where they live. The headings. So here you would write at least one of these headings from the article. Go ahead and pause your video and do that now. After you write one of the headings here, then you tell what that heading does in the article. Pause your video and write that now. Next, keyword. Write one of the key words here that are in the article and then tell what it does. Sidebar. Write the sidebar here